You know, I was trying to get footage for the last video I made on the MiG-21 BIS, and along came this map that I had never seen before. And at first I saw it was an EC map, so I was a little reluctant to actually give it a shot. But since it was new, I decided to actually give it a chance and play out the match. And I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised. This is the only thing about the Fire and Ice update I am genuinely happy with. And I don't even think this came with the Fire and Ice update. I think it came in one of those little, like, micro updates a day or two after. I might be wrong though, so somebody correct me. Anyway, this is an EC-sized map. However, it isn't quite as big, or at least it doesn't feel like it's as big as the other EC maps. I haven't compared, but I feel like it doesn't take nearly as long as it does on the other EC maps for you to start running into the opposing team. But what's so good about this map? Why am I making an entire video on it? Well, the biggest reason is we actually got a map with some interesting terrain. Even though it doesn't get talked about much, I'm sure you've all noticed that pretty much every ARB map is like super flat, and the ones that do have any sort of interesting terrain, there's not much of it. So seeing a map that's a literal canyon is super refreshing. There is one standout feature of this map alone that already makes it super cool to me, and that's the river that snakes through the entire map. Being able to fly right above the water, right between these giant cliffs is super cool, and the fact that it goes all the way through the map is even better. I actually spent a good amount of time doing this, and in fact, that edit I made in my last video was using this canyon. You know, actually, I'll put it at the end of this video too for you to see. Another cool feature about this map are the interesting rock formations near the river, and I didn't even notice these until I've played this map several times. These little rock formations don't really add anything to the gameplay, but it's cool nonetheless. Speaking of which, how does this map play in top tier? Frankly, top tier is the only area of the game that should actually use this map. I have yet to see this map myself in props, but I have seen some people getting it in 3.0 battles. Herbal correction, I've been told people have been getting it at 3.0. That would really suck, and I would leave the game. But the several games I've played so far in top tier, it's been pretty cool. As far as how it plays in top tier, it really does seem like there's less furball, although that may be because people are kind of just exploring the map because it's something new. And the sample size of matches we're talking about here is pretty small, probably only 7 or 8. So it may end up with just furball again after a few days, I don't know. It seems like it's not right now, which is cool. But if you get this in props, or really anything that's not supersonic, I'm sorry, that's gotta suck. You also have these towns on either side on top of the canyons, which they don't really, serve any purpose, but they are there. Really, the whole appeal of this map to me is the canyon, as I'm sure it is to you as well. Man, honestly, as far as criticism goes for the map, the only thing I would change is actually just making the runways closer together. I've seen people suggest moving the runways to inside the canyon instead of on top and outside, bringing them a little closer together. I think that would be interesting to see. But man, even with this being an EC-sized map, it's still pretty fun, and I don't like any other EC map in the game in ARB. Now, if we got respawns, that might be a different story, but we don't, unfortunately. Anyway, what do you guys think about this map being an ARB? I actually really like it, even though it is EC-sized. Alright, that's gonna be it for me today. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.